What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. I do believe this is now episode 6, and we're going straight into things, into transfer deadline day. And I want to thank you guys for all the support that you did give me on the last episode. We managed to get over 50 likes, which is absolutely incredible. And if you did miss the last episode, I will leave a link in the description or on screen to the previous episode. And you also may be able to tell this isn't a live commentary like I did plan, and the reason it's not a live commentary, as we see there, that Aubameyang has gone to Doncaster for 110,000. The reason this isn't a live commentary is because I messed up, basically. I deleted the audio for this episode, and that does mean that this is going to be a post commentary, but I know you guys do love the post commentaries anyway, and also the live commentaries, so we are going to be mixing it up for this episode. It will have to be post commentary, so sorry for you guys that were looking to hear a bit more of a reaction to the players that I was trying to sign on deadline day, but we were trying to go in for a fair few players for sure. That is something that you could say. First of all, this guy, Paulo Diaz, a centre defensive midfielder who is 20 years old and a player that is from the Chilean league. And, well, basically, the Chilean league, I've just found them, and I didn't realise this beforehand, but they are on very low wages, and a lot of these players are already decent overall. This guy here, Pablo Parra, 4-star skill moves, and he looks absolutely incredible. The one and only problem, though, with all of these players is their contracts. As you can see there, this guy is on 6-year contract, which means I will have to overpay if I want to buy him. It's as simple as that. The reason why people are able to buy Bigger Amana, for example, for such a low price, yes, it is a glitch, but also most of these players that you're able to get for free or on such a low price, because they're on, well, their contract is about to run out, basically, if that makes sense. This guy here, another player, Diego Rojas, a player, a central attacking midfielder, once again, 4-star skill moves, going in for a lot of Chileans, and we'll wait and see if we can sign them. Also, Adam Armstrong, thought I'd go back in for him, and he's 17 years old, 60 rated centre forward. I would love to sign this guy, but unfortunately, Newcastle are just very reluctant to let their youngster go. They let Gael Bigger Romano go for nothing, and I don't think they're going to let him go for anything. We've also got Daniel Johnson. I do believe he is an ex-Aston Villa player. That looks like a Villa kit that he is wearing there. So I do believe he is an Aston Villa man, or an ex-Aston Villa man at that. And I am trying to sign him. If I can't sign him, I will sign him in January, because he'll be a lot cheaper. And as you can see there, well, the one problem really with this career mode so far that I have found is that basically a lot of my rivals are going in for the players that I go in for, and you can see there that they've accepted a bid for Pablo Parra for only 500,000. I desperately wanted to sign that guy, as well as this guy Sam Morsey, a central defensive midfielder, offered 300,000 plus done, hoping that they would accept that. Again, Romain Sawyers, I would love to get this guy as my first choice central attacking midfielder and have Gael Bigger Romano sitting as a CDM. But unfortunately, he's a little bit too expensive at the moment. Maybe a player I could get next season, because he's got a lot of potential on him. And he's only 22 years old, already 64 overall, which is very good indeed. And we're also going back in for David Bentley here, because I'm really not looking, well, I'm looking to get a better backup keeper, basically, that is very young, and David Bentley does fit the bill. Only 21 years old and 62 overall. Certainly a player I could go in for. But apart from that, we really didn't get too many emails back from the clubs, and that is mainly because the clubs that accepted offers from other teams, in the second hour left of the transfer deadline day, we had a transfer offer accepted for Hardy Cavero, a young centre-back, once again from Chile. I gave him crucial first-team player and 20% clean sheet bonus in my desperation, hoping I was going to sign him. Will we be able to get any news back on him in the last hour? No, we won't. Bitterly disappointed. That's all I can really say. Just absolutely bitterly disappointed. Again, Paulo Diaz has gone to Charlton, and you can see there that they have accepted an offer from another team. A lot of these Chilean players, I will show you in a minute, did move to a lot of rivals in England. You can see here, this guy did move to Millwall, Parra did. Lopez moved to Almeria in Spain, another player I was going in for. And Juma moved to Fulham for £2.1 million. They seriously overpaid for him, as well as Paulo Diaz, a CDM that I will go in for in January. He moved to Charlton for, I think it was 500,000 or something like that. But that's the end of deadline day. Really disappointing. I'm sure you guys are disappointed too, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get any of your input into this episode. But basically, I was very, well, I don't know what happened. I just couldn't get any of your guys' comments on the last video, and the players that I was trying to go in for, I was trying to go in for players that I thought would be cheap and would be on cheap wages, but would also have a lot of potential. That Chilean right back that I was interested in the last episode, I was trying to go in for him again, but unfortunately, I couldn't quite sign him. He's got potential of 80, and I will definitely put him on a high priority for signing either in January or next summer. As you can see here, we got the squad report. If you do want to see any players that have grown for this month, then do pause the video. Danny Hollands and Gael Bigaramana have gone up. So Gael Bigaramana, I do believe he is not a glitch player, which is probably the best news. Because if he was a glitch player, that would be bitterly disappointing, because it would mean I'd have to go through the whole loan process of sending him out on a short-term loan in the hope that I would boost his potential and basically make sure that he would start growing. It's very frustrating in career mode, and that does need to be removed. Very frustrating bug indeed. As we look at our youth, or scout future star, sorry, Remy Bakar, central attacking midfielder, won't be signing him till May, because of course by then he will be boosted in a lot of his stats, his overall as well as his potential, and he looks absolutely fantastic. He's not even been boosted yet, and he looks really good. I mean, 77 to 94 potential. What more could you ask for? And a lot of you guys did also suggest that I should go in for a youth scout, basically, because I do need to get some youth prodigy into the team. I don't really have a very deep squad, you could say. I don't even think I've got more than 5 reserves, basically. You know, I've only got just about enough players to fill up the bench. So maybe bringing in some youth players would be good, giving them a chance in the first team, especially in these lower leagues. So we'll hope we can find some good youth players as we go into this match here against Watford in the Capital One Cup. Starting things off here in the 3rd minute, Polyak having a shot from outside the box, and that is a lethal shot there. He has really got a good long shot on him, our central defensive Croatian midfielder, and he is very good indeed. Look at that for a shot. Really good save from Jonathan Bond in the net, the Watford goalkeeper, and it remains at 0-0. But they were creating a lot of chances in this game, Watford were, and it was very difficult to get the ball off of them in the early stages of the match. Here you can see Paredes passing it into the middle, having a shot there, but unfortunately for them, they couldn't quite squeeze it into the back of the net. It was actually a good save from the keeper, although it didn't look like he got any contact on it. He did, in fact, get some sort of contact on it as Abdi passes it off here to Pudil. Pudil passes it into the middle to Dyer, and that is not Nathan Dyer, if you are wondering, and that is a very poor shot from Abdi there. Really should have put that into the back of the net, or had a better effort on goal generally, but it was into the 90th minute here, the last chance of the game. Not too many chances in the game as we pass it back here with Cedric all the way to Jones, but he hits the player and they score. Heartbreak, heartbreak. If I could have showed you my reaction in the live commentary, I don't think you guys would have wanted to see it. It wasn't pleasant, put it that way. I was absolutely livid. The amount of times that I've done this and nothing has ever happened, too many. It hits the player in the face, and of course he's going to score from that angle. Really poor decision from me to kick it out, and Anya gets the goal there and really does put the dagger through my chest. I could not believe it. But although we did lose, I could take some positives from this match, and the fact that we played so well and we held a championship side to 0-0 all the way until the 90th minute before I made such a silly mistake with my goalkeeper there. You've got to really give the players some sort of credit there, and they did play well, considering it wasn't even our strongest side. We didn't have our strong strikers up front in Zivkovic, and also I think it was Jones, maybe it was. I'm not sure what the other guy's name is. But yeah, we've also got our defence as well, which played a big part in us keeping that 0-0 draw. But unfortunately, we are out. And as you can see there, the youth scout is ready to be sent out to England. Lewis Marwood, 2-star experience, 2-star judgment. Not too shabby whatsoever. We're going to send him out for 3 months to England, of course, because he is an English scout, so it would make sense to send him out to there, and hopefully he will find us some good youth players. As we look at the league table here, for probably the first time this season, for some reason, when you go into the matches now, it doesn't automatically show you the league table. So what I may do is show the league table at the end of every game, or maybe at the end of every episode. You let me know, guys, in the comments down below what you would prefer. As you can see there, Exeter are at the bottom, but more importantly, we are in first. Luton Town are 1 point behind us, and Burton Albion, the next team that we are playing up against in this episode, are in fourth, I do believe. So we would be under pressure here to get in the win, and Burton Albion certainly do have a strong side here. But the first chance in the game did come as Big Romana does an over-the-top through ball to Taylor. Somehow he gets all the way through the defence, but his shot just goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. So very unlucky on the stroke of half-time. Could have been a goal there, but unfortunately we couldn't quite get it into the back of the net. Cross-shot goals just don't work on this year's game, and that is a clear example of why they don't work. It's really simple to just sky it when you do cross-shot goals. It's simple as that. But as you can see there, in the second half, the first chance in the game did come to Burton Albion, and unfortunately they put it into the back of the net. Really poor positioning from the defenders as well as the goalkeeper as well. He dived completely the wrong way. Maybe it did take a little bit of a deflection on the way into the back of the net, but it's a really good low driven first time cross into the box, and a really good first time finish. Goalkeeper should have done a bit better, but that is Stuart Bevan getting his 4th goal, and he puts Burton Albion into the lead in the 53rd minute. But we were looking to get into the game, going all-out attack here, as Big Romana puts in a really good dangerous cross. It falls to Jaria, our right back, who shoots it, but unfortunately it just goes wide of the post and out for a goal kick. Very frustrating there. Really good attempt though from the Australian right back, who doesn't have the best of finishing, but that was a decent effort on goal. But unfortunately for us, that was the last chance that we would get in the game, and we end up losing to Burton Albion, who are having a pretty impressive start to this season, and proving why they are having such a good start to the season right here by beating us. And that is, I do believe, our first or second loss, either one, of the season, and it's Stuart Bevan's goal that does separate the two sides. Very frustrating, because if it wasn't for that, we probably would have picked up a very vital point here, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be, and in the end we do end up losing the game. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode, and if you do want another episode of Career Mode tomorrow, please be sure to smash the like button. If we can get over 50 likes, I will upload another episode of Career Mode tomorrow. But other than that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.